Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at the Combo Deluxe 65 from the Ampworx range by TC Electronic. So guys, TC Electronic have kindly provided this pedal for us to take a look at. So thank you very much for that. We really appreciate your support. This pedal is targeting that kind of F-style clean amplifier. You know, it doesn't take a genius to figure out which amp they're targeting with this, right? It's got a load of features. I'm going to cover those pretty quickly, and then I'm going to get into some demos. So very quickly then, here are the specs. So it's modeling a famous 60s deluxe amp, so a Fender Deluxe reverb essentially. It's got built-in spring reverb. It is a mono pedal. We've got a cab sim out, which is a Celestian creamback. It's got an output with no cab sim as well, so you can use your own. The reverb has a tone knob on the back, and there's also a bright switch on the back for the amp, so that could be good for using with like humbuckers if you want to get a bit more brightness out of some dark humbuckers. It also has a headphone out, something that some of the competition higher up the market don't actually include, so that's really good. You know, it means you can use this in a multitude of ways. You can use it for recording, you can use it for live, you can use it for practicing. So it does have a channel foot switch, and it's modeling kind of the two different inputs on a deluxe reverb rather than channels, but for the pedal's sake they're calling it a channel. In the green mode, it's based off the normal channel on a deluxe reverb, and in the red mode, it's based off the vibrato channel, which gives you a little bit more gain and top end. You can run it in two different ways. You can run it in bypass mode, so the foot switch for the channel turns the pedal on and off, or you can run it in dual channel mode, so if it's an always on pedal for you, the channel foot switch will just switch between the green and the red mode. And then of course the reverb is foot switchable as well. One other thing that's a little bit different to a deluxe reverb, we do have a middle control on the EQ, so you've got a 3-band EQ. Okay, that's the specs. So for the demo, I'm not going to go through all of the individual features of the pedal. I think there's loads of videos out there that kind of cover that side of things. And what I'm most interested in is, can this be a pedal platform? I have a Fender Deluxe reverb, and I use that really clean, and then use pedals for all my drive sounds and, you know, modulation and what have you. So I want to see, can you achieve the same thing with this pedal? Before we get into that demo, if you're not subscribed, please take a minute to click that button. It really does help us out. And while you're there, thumbs up on the video as well. Cheers guys. On to the demo. Into the demo then guys. All of the reverb that you hear in this demo is coming from the pedal. All of the other effects will be coming from my board. We're going to set it really clean, as I said, and use it as a pedal platform. The first sound is going to be a kind of light gain with some compression, kind of edge of breakup sound, kind of my core sound that I use with my playing style. So sound 2 then, we're going to get a little bit more atmospheric. We're going to bring in some delays, probably, you know, amp up the reverb a little bit and just, you know, see what kind of sounds we get. Let's check it out. Sound number 3, let's get ourselves a lead tone. So we're gonna, you know, keep the delay going, probably get a little bit more gain going, and just do a bit of lead playing. Let's check it out. And finally, for sound number 4, we're going to see how this pedal handles a bit of fuzz. Now typically they don't do too great with fuzz, both an actual deluxe reverb and these pedals, but let's see what we can do. I'm also going to bring in the octave pedal as well, probably down and up octave to kind of just thicken up the sound a little bit, because that's one of the things I do find can sound a little bit thin with fuzz. Let's check it out. Well, this pedal really surprised me. It's a real game changer in my opinion. I think people that are trying to get into amp simulation or trying to go ampless on stage and what have you, but don't want to invest a load of money until they're sure that that's the way they want to go. I think this is a great option. Another great option with these is having multiple different pedals for all your different preamp sounds. You know, TC have just announced a whole new batch of these pedals for kind of more higher gain sounds, so you could combine a number of these on your pedal board and have, you know, cover all your different bases with sound. It's also really versatile. You know, that headphone output, really useful. I just think they've done a really good job for the price, to be honest. Really impressed. I do have a couple of comments. I wish it had been stereo. I think it would have been good to have the ability to load your own cab sims into it. Obviously you can use the output without the cab sim on it if you want to, and you know, use your own IRs in your DAW or what have you. But the ability to load them on would have been particularly useful. I find putting high gain into this does result in some slightly kind of fizzy tones. Now there's a couple of ways around that. You can tweak the EQ. I found if I took the treble all the way down, it eased that off a little bit. Again, you could use a third-party IR or do some, you know, if you're using this for recording, you could do some kind of high-pass filtering in post, that kind of thing. But generally, probably not the one if you're going for high gain, but you know, that's why they brought out the other ones, right? My favorite tones out of this were that kind of light gain, edge of breakup sounds with some reverb and compression, what have you. I was really happy with the way it sounded. That's really promising for me. Definitely means I could use this for recording and possibly live work as well. Alright guys, well if you made it all the way to the end, thanks for watching another Pedalboards with Doom video. If you enjoyed the video, remember to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, we'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.